Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.
I guess we're just gonna call that behind the scenes.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it.
Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I don't know what time you're gonna be watching this, but today I am going to be filming a girl talk. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna get straight to business. We're really gonna talk because I want to have a good connection with my girls. I want to be able to be your safe space. We're gonna get started. I don't know if I want to go in order, I don't know what the vibe is. I'm just gonna close my eyes and pick wherever my finger lands is what we're talking about first. Thoughts on cheating. Ooh. Why are we starting off so hot? Okay, I feel like the only reason why people cheat is because, oh my gosh, I'm about to get deep with this. Hold on. I'm actually about to get deep with this. My thoughts on cheating, I feel like the only reason people cheat is because they get tired of their partner, but their partner is like their safe haven. Their partner is somebody that they could just go back to all the time. So when people cheat, it's like they go out and they try and find something more spontaneous or something better, but at the end of the day, they know they still have somewhere to go back to. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like if you cheat, you're just a shitty person because you're being too greedy. Why are you being so greedy? You probably have the perfect person. You probably have somebody that's, always there for you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all that stuff. You got somebody that's holding it down. Instead of just staying with that person, you're gonna go and try and find better because you're being greedy. If you're not ready to settle, then don't settle. Don't use people because you don't know what you want. I just feel like people become too greedy where they think they can always find better. And if you do think you can find better, if you think your partner is not good enough for you, then break up with that person and move on. There's no need to hurt people at all. Next topic. Since we did thoughts on cheating, I'ma just do tips on boys. Tips on boys. My number one tip would be avoid them, especially if you're young, 16 and younger. Don't really focus on boys. Focus on your diploma. Your parents might be telling you this, but I'ma tell you to focus on your diploma and get you a bag. If a boy comes along, but don't be boy crazy. My second tip, set boundaries. A lot of guys, they feel like they could do whatever and say whatever and treat you however. Even if you're friends, please do set boundaries with your guy friends because you don't want to get disrespected and you don't want to, if you're in a relationship, feel used. So tell that boy what's up. Be like, okay, one thing you're not about to do is say this to me, or one thing you're not about to do is do this and that and that. There's setting boundaries and there's being controlling though. You set your boundaries and you let it be known, this is what's up, this is how me and you are, this is our relationship. But don't be controlling to the point where you're telling the guy, oh, you need to be home 5 p.m, you need to see me 3 times a week, all of that stuff. Relax, because there's a difference between setting boundaries, like I said, and being controlling. Another tip is talking stages. Now, when you're in a talking stage, do not allow yourself to be in a talking stage for a whole year or 6 months or whatever, you know what I mean? And sometimes when you're in a talking stage, you could really just let it be known hey, I'm not ready for a relationship. I just want a chill vibe. If that's the case and you agree to it, okay, you agree to it. But you have to remember that you agreed to that. So you cannot be butthurt when you don't get cuffed because you agreed to just be friends with benefits or just chill. Okay, just chill. So it should not take somebody 6 months or a year to ask you out for real. Don't settle for less. Like I said, you can always find better out there. And if your partner is not giving you what you deserve or what you think you deserve, then you need to do the best thing for yourself and just leave and move on, because there's so many people on this earth. You could find better around the corner or down the street. You never know, just be outgoing and put yourself out there and everything will work out for you. Please, ladies, don't agree with the guy just because he said something. Kind of put your foot down. If you don't want to take things slow, then you let it be known you don't want to take things slow. If he wants to take things slow and you don't want to take things slow, there's no compromise. There really isn't. Because how do I explain this? Let's say there's two people in, a talking stage or whatever, and the guy is like, oh, I want to take things slow, I have to figure out some things, I'm not ready for a relationship. But the girl's like, I am ready for a relationship and I don't want to take things slow, like I have all my things together. There's no compromise there because the guy isn't ready, but the girl is. At this point, instead of the girl making a compromise, which the girl probably is, she's probably gonna be like, okay, you're not ready, I'll just wait for you. She'll probably be like, you're not ready, I'll just wait for you. And the guy will be like, okay, that sounds good to me. Boom, next thing you know, 6 months go by and she's still ready for a relationship and he's still not ready for a relationship. There's no growth there because that guy is comfortable where he is. Him telling you he's not ready for a relationship is him being comfortable enough to be in your life and waste your time. Girls, it's not everything you could compromise. Like, when you're in a situation where somebody is ready and the other person isn't ready, you just gotta move on and live life. Like, you gotta go to the next best thing. You know what I mean? And that's not just for girls. This is also for boys. Like, this is not just a girl talk video. This is also a guys talk video. Like, whatever you take from this, you take. Next topic, because I'm tired of talking about boys, not gonna lie. Next topic for now. Never mind. Next topic is how to get past talking stage. It's honestly up to the person that you're with or that you're trying to be with to make that decision. Be yourself. Honestly, my best advice is just to be yourself. There's no really actual answer to that. I feel like it's up to the person that you're with. If that person is just there to waste your time, you will know. Don't be blinded by what you want to call love. Don't be blinded by your feelings either. Please notice the little flags. Lack of communication. It's not because he doesn't know how to communicate, it's because he just doesn't want to talk to you. You just have to accept it and, like I said, go to the next big thing. Only texts you at night. If he only texts you at night, you're probably getting used because he just wants. Exactly. If he says I'm too busy or he just makes excuses all the time, they probably do not want you. If there's no effort, if he's not putting effort in, he probably does not want you. Just don't be blinded by the red flags. Them red flags are not green, baby. They're red for a reason. Fave products. So my favorite products right now are these things. I'm gonna start off with the lashes. If you want something that makes your eye pop but doesn't do the most, I suggest getting Kiss lashes. Get the big pack. Don't just get one pair because they look way better when you stack them. Trust me, stack your lashes. I'm currently wearing Ritzy and Pompadour. I love these lashes. Fenty, Rihanna, Riri. Oh, Nana, what's my name? I love you so much for making this lip gloss. Like, I love you so much. Y'all need to go get this lip gloss. This is my favorite lip gloss because it gives your lips a nice pigment to it. It's in the shade Hot Cherry. It's the Gloss Bomb Heat collection. So it's also like a lip plumper in one. My last trip to Sephora, I said, okay, I need to get it because I finished my Fit Me baking powder. Now, if y'all know me, y'all know I love, I was rocking with my Fit Me baking powder throughout high school. If you want a good drugstore setting powder, use the Fit Me one, the Fit Me loose powder, and the pressed powder I heard is good as well. Huda Beauty, I love this powder. This is the best powder. I have it in Blondie. It's so easy to use. It just be doing it for me. My last favorite product is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. This is amazing. I love it. It's really my favorite thing to use. But before I was using this setting spray, I used the Morphe one. Morphe setting spray is really not my favorite. It leaves it has a weird smell and everything. I hate it. Before I was using the Morphe one, I was using the Fit Me setting spray, the dewy one. That one is also a great setting spray. Anything by Fit Me. So the Fit Me powder and the Fit Me setting sprays are so amazing. Like, they last you for a minute too. If you want something cheaper than the Huda Beauty or the Charlotte Tilbury spray, I suggest going with the Fit Me. Fit Me always gonna get it right. Fit Me foundation, Fit Me concealer, Fit Me powder, Fit Me setting spray is always gonna do it. Like, it's cheap, but it's slave. Since I was talking about my favorite products, I'm gonna go makeup. Where do I even begin? Y'all know I love makeup. I love doing my makeup. I love experimenting with my makeup. Now with makeup, I suggest you figure out what your undertone is, because if you don't figure out your undertone, you're gonna be walking around looking crazy. You could have a red undertone, but you're using olive undertone foundation. You're going to look weird. Like, you're going to look like you're sick, like you need to vomit. Always figure out your undertone. If you want more of a natural concealer look, I suggest, what I do is I kind of use something that's almost closer to my skin color, but not really. I use the Fenty Beauty concealer in the shade 350. It's also my foundation shade. This is my winter shade, by the way. My summer shade is the 355 shade. I usually use Fit Me foundation in the summer just because it's lighter for me and I like it. I decided to give the Pro Concealers a chance again because I actually do love them and they just be doing it for me every time. But yeah, so I use my Pro Concealer in the shade, I think this is Fawn, if I'm not mistaken. No, this is medium beige. I go in with the medium beige because it is a bit light, and then I go in with my Fenty Beauty, which is closer to my skin color, because I like to look highlighted, but I also don't want flashback. I also use Pro Concealer to contour. That's another makeup tip. When you do your makeup, wet your beauty blender. Do not use a dry beauty blender because you'll look too, what's it called? What's that one word? You'll look too cakey. There we go. You look too cakey. Use a beauty blender and go in with some brushes. Always go in with a brush tool. Now for baking, when you're baking, don't put too much powder. Also, when you're doing your makeup, do your makeup for your face. Let's say you have a round face. Don't go following a makeup routine for girls who have inverted triangle faces. When you bake, you're trying to, you know, elongate and, ooh, did I use that word properly? I hope I did. But when you're baking, you're obviously trying to bring out your features, your facial features. When you contour, that's what you're doing as well. You want to make sure you bake for your face. Just also make sure to bake your concealer. I suggest you set your face first before baking as well. That's all to make. Ooh, blush. Now right now I'm really into that orange blush type of look. I love a good red blush, but the orange blush is doing it for me as well. So if you do blush, I suggest doing an orange if you want something that looks mad, more not mad, but more natural. You know, make your cheeks pop. You got a special whatever, go with the red blush. Go with a nice red. I don't really mess with pink. Pink blush is not for me. Like, whenever I do pink blush, I look dead in the face. It's really bad. My camera cut off. I don't know what's going on. Like, every time I want to film a YouTube video, something goes wrong. I don't know anymore, but we're up to hygiene. Like I said, use an African net sponge, exfoliate your body, shower twice a day. When you exfoliate, use a loofah. When I exfoliate, I like to use a loofah because it's nice and soft. Body scrubs, I recommend anything by, what's that one company called? Oh, anything by Dove. Dove's body scrubs are so amazing. I have this one where it's the, I think it's the coffee. I don't remember. It's coconut and something. I'm gonna insert like a picture or something and I'm gonna show y'all because I love that one. But when you get body scrubs, body washes, make sure they're kind of the same scent. You wanna balance your scents. So for me, since it's winter time, I like to go with warm. So I love me a good coconut. I love me a good vanilla. Those two are my top tier. I just like to smell sweet but warm in the winter time. So coconut, vanilla, cocoa, whatever. That's amazing. Brush your teeth twice a day, in the morning and night. wash your face. When I wash my face, I use African black soap. I know we left that stuff in like 2020, but I still use it to this day because it works for me. Deodorant, stop using deodorant with aluminum. Y'all, I'm begging you, stop using deodorant with aluminum, because I used to use deodorant with aluminum and it would cause all types of acne on my armpits, like in my armpits and everything. Like I'd get cysts and stuff like that. It was horrible. And a month ago, or maybe 2 months ago, I stopped using aluminum. I decided to go with the brand Native for my deodorant. I'm currently using the coconut and vanilla scent. I switched to the Native brand and I'm currently using the coconut and vanilla scent, and it's been amazing. Like I literally waxed my armpits yesterday. I kid you not, I had no bumps, nothing on my armpits. If I'm telling you guys to do this, it's because I care for your armpit health. And I'm telling you right now, boys and girls, switch to the Native brand for deodorant, and trust me, you'll see an improvement. Always make sure, like if you're on your period, to change your pad. Don't stay in the same pad, because one, you will cause, you know, issues down there. You will also cause your like vagina to break out. Change your pad. Always keep a pad on you. Okay, I'm gonna just give y'all like a innocent story time, I guess. So when I was in grade 7, I had just moved from New York and my accent was still heavy, so people thought I was ghetto, all this stuff. And I did go to a predominantly white school, so my accent being heavy and me, you know, being fresh from New York, I was seen as the ghetto girl or whatever. One day we were in gym class, we were outside, and I didn't know I started my period. I didn't have any pads on me either or anything like that, and we're just in gym. I think we were playing rugby. I don't remember. It was either frisbee or rugby. Either way, the sport does not matter. We're playing and people started to laugh at me and I was so confused. I was like, why is everybody laughing? Like, what is so funny, you know? And nobody wanted to tell me that I had a huge blood stain on my butt. Nobody wanted to tell me. I thought it was the funniest thing in the whole world. Ha ha ha! Like, it is not funny. That is not funny, okay? But anyways, I was being made fun of by like 3 girls in my class then, and the one friend that I had in that class, she helped me. She done gave me a pad and she took care of me. She told me do this and that and that, because prior to that I knew, like, I had little knowledge of what a period was. Like my mom she didn't really talk to me about a period. I don't think she really felt like she needed to talk to me about a period at such a young age, but my grandma spoke to me about my period, and she's the reason why I knew what a period was, and she helped me out when I first got my period ever. She picked me up from school and she told me, okay, this is what you gotta do. You gotta change and you gotta... I love my grandma so much. Y'all should love your grandmas too. If your grandma is alive, go text her right now. Go tell her, I love you, grandma. Always keep a pad on you, or else you're gonna end up in a situation like that. Waxing, you don't have to, you know, shave your pum pum. You don't have to wax your pum pum. Honestly, a little trim is good and you're good to go. Don't be out here waxing and shaving your pum pum because other girls is doing it and if it's not what you prefer, if you're not into it, don't do it. Just trim. Literally just trim and go about it. Self-confidence. Okay, self-confidence, this is really big. My self-confidence has been amazing. I'm a super confident person, you know. I love myself. I love the way I look. I don't really see a problem with the way I look. I think I'm a really beautiful person. And yeah, when it comes to self-confidence though, you need to put the work into yourself before others can realize that you are that, you know, that... I don't want to curse, but you know, so people can realize that you're that. You need to put the work in. You need to tell yourself, listen, I'm a pretty girl. I'm a beautiful girl. I have a kind heart. My mind is beautiful. My energy is beautiful. You need to tell yourself all of that before others can tell you that, because with confidence, you can't build confidence on what others say. You have to build confidence on yourself, on what you say about yourself. The things that you say about yourself really reflect your confidence. So don't talk poorly about yourself, because you were made in such a beautiful way. You are, you know, God's beautiful creation. You're Allah's beautiful creation. Don't ever feel like you aren't beautiful. It took me a while to build my self-confidence. You know, when I was younger, I got introduced to makeup at a young age. I would say I grew up a bit too fast. Certain things in my life caused me to grow up too fast. Growing up too fast led to me experimenting with makeup, and I started wearing makeup when I was like in grade 8, I think, or it was either grade 8 or grade 9. I was still pretty young. I was like, what, maybe like 14 in grade 8 or like 13 in grade 8. I started off with doing my eyebrows. Oh my gosh, my eyebrows were so bad. I did my eyebrows because I was insecure of how thin they were, but over the years, I learned to love my eyebrows. They're thin, but they're thick, and you know what? I don't really care. Like, the hairs are thin, but they have like a thick shape. I just stopped caring about what others thought, and I was like, okay, like, there's nothing wrong with my eyebrows. But when you're young, you know, your insecurities take the best over you. So I started doing my eyebrows. Child, my eyebrows were looking, anyways, they were looking hideous. And then I started wearing lashes. I think the biggest thing that still follows me till now is lashes. I do feel insecure when I don't wear lashes, just because my lashes are they're short and really curly, so it looks like I have no lashes. I still embrace my eyes because I love my eye shape. I still have things that I'm struggling with, which is fine. One thing I'm gonna tell you right now, do not expect change overnight. Don't expect your mentality to change overnight, because honestly, like I said, you have to work on yourself in order to see a better version of yourself. And then I started experimenting with concealer, and now here I am. But not gonna lie, for me, which is really weird, playing with makeup at a young age actually allowed me to embrace my natural beauty at an older age. I started loving my natural face last year because I actually started my journey of natural self-love last year. So I love my natural face, but I do have dark spots and stuff like that. I struggled with acne from a young age because of my weight. I've always been the bigger kid as a younger kid, and when I was younger, I really hated my body because my family members would tell me, like, they would tell me I need to go on a diet. You know, I'm only like 8, 9 years old. They're telling me to go on a diet, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, they would tell me to go on a diet. I'd go to the doctors and they'd be like, oh, you're obese, this and that, that and that. As a younger girl who had a more developed body at a young age and was struggling with her weight, I just felt like, I'm being so vulnerable with y'all, like I'm really just letting y'all in, but I just felt like I didn't belong, or I would always be the odd one out. And till this day, I do feel like the odd one out because I am bigger than my friends. Like, I have hips and thighs, I have a little bit of chubbiness to me. Like, I still feel like the odd one out till now, but I've learned to embrace my body. So it's just a journey that you have to go on in order to get self-confidence and self-love. You really have to embrace those things about yourself. And sometimes it's hard, like the journey is hard. There's days where it's like you just feel ugly and you don't know what to do, but on those days that you feel ugly, remember that you are beautiful. Honestly, on the days that I feel ugly, I just go on my camera. I literally go in my camera and I look at myself and I'm like, ooh! Self-confidence is a long journey. It's not something that ends right away. It's just a long-term journey. Same thing with healing. Healing is not, you know, just a one time type of thing. Like, healing is a life journey, because throughout life you will be going through so many things and you need to learn how to cope with those things, but hopefully you're coping, you know, in a healthy way. I think I got through everything, if I'm not mistaken. No, I have 2 more questions left. Well, 2 more topics. Fake friends. Now, I've had my fair share of fake friends. My advice to you is don't be friends with everyone. Like, there's something called being friendly and there's something called thinking everyone is your friend. Not everyone is your friend. Not everyone wants to see the best for you. Pick and choose a proper friend group, excuse me. Like I said in my last video, friends are important, but fake friends come along most of the time because they're lessons, and they're amazing lessons. I feel like when you have fake friends, the lessons that you learn from them, you just grow immediately. Like, they be down here and you just be up here because of what they did to you, but you grew from that. I've had my fair share, but honestly, I don't even remember them because I just don't, like, I don't really care for them. But you know, if you was ever fake to me, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. And yeah. Now, last topic of the video, looks or personality, which matters more? Let's get into it. Now, for me, what matters more is definitely personality, but obviously when I first see someone, the first thing I'm gonna look at is their looks. You know what I mean? I think someone with a good personality is someone to be around. Yo, if they're funny, if you're funny, if you're fun, somebody that's just like fun to be around and stuff like that is somebody to always be around. You know, personality matters more than looks, but looks just give it a cherry on top. Anyways, that is all for the girl talk video. I know I spoke for a hot minute. I hope you guys did not get bored, because these topics were not boring at all, and I told y'all to deliver and y'all delivered, and I'm so thankful for that. If you don't follow me on my social media, I don't know what you're doing. You know you want to tap in, so go tap in. Follow me on Instagram at genevieve.me. I will be trying to drop videos consistently from now on. I just had a few hiccups since November, but we're gonna be on the grind now, I promise you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see y'all next time.